It is December 1979, and a group of councillors, trade unionists and interested Glaswegians are standing by the banks of the Clyde as a statue is unveiled in front of Customs House. The statue, although you might not think of it to look at from a distance, is a war memorial and stands to commemorate the sacrifice of Scots who gave up their lives to fight fascism in the Spanish Civil War. These were people, both men and women, who went to Spain to take on General Francisco Franco's nationalist forces as part of the international brigades. There were thousands of people from all across the world who signed up. Many did so because they saw fascism as a disease. Many did so because they were ardent communists who saw a communist republic in Spain as an exciting possibility, provided the nationalists could be run out. This is Scotland, a podcast about history and where we made it. I'm Michael Park. From 1936 to 1939, roughly 2,000 British people went to fight in Spain. A quarter of that number were Scottish, and 134 of those lost their lives in the fighting. Almost half that number were from Glasgow. Not everyone was delighted about the statue, which was a depiction of Dolores Iberian, sometimes known as La Pasionaria, made of fiberglass and scrap iron by Arthur Dooley. Iberian was a prominent Spanish communist, and Glasgow's Tory councillors were nowhere to be seen at the unveiling. She was a vocal supporter of Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin throughout her career, and the councillors swore that they would throw the statue in the Clyde if they ever gained control of the council. Funny that. On July 19, 1936, the Passionflower made an address which would inspire thousands of British volunteers to leave their lives and fight as part of the international brigades.
Workers, farmers, anti-fascists, Spanish patriots, confronted with a fascist military uprising, all must rise to their feet to defend the Republic, to defend the people's freedoms as well as their achievements towards democracy. Through the statements by the government and the Popular Front, the people understand the graveness of the moment. In Morocco, as well as in the Canary Islands, the workers are battling, united with the forces still loyal to the Republic against the uprising militants and fascists. Under the battle cry, "Fascism shall not pass," "The hangmen of October shall not pass," workers and farmers from all Spanish provinces are joining in the struggle against the enemies of the Republic that have arisen in arms. Communists, socialists, anarchists and the Republican Democrats, soldiers and forces remaining loyal to the Republic combined, have inflicted the first defeats upon the fascist foe, who drag through the mud the very same honourable military tradition that they have boasted to possess so many times. The whole country cringes in indignation at these heartless barbarians that would hurt our democratic Spain back down into an abyss of terror and death. However, no pasaran, for all of Spain presents itself for battle. In Madrid, the people are out in the streets in support of the government and encouraging its decision and fighting spirit so that it shall reach its conclusion in the smashing of the militant and fascist insurrection.
Her words, inscribed on the plinth of the statue, immortalise the struggle in the memory of the 534 British volunteers, including 134 from Scotland, who were killed on the streets and fields of Spain. Better to die on your feet than live forever on your knees.
You've been listening to Scotland. It was written and produced by Michael Park and is a production of Be Quiet Media. The music for every episode of Scotland is by the human Polybius Square, Mitch Bain. You can check out more of his work by heading over to Facebook and searching for Mitch Bain Music. Additional voices for this episode were by Leanne Milne. Jamie Mowat does stunning illustrations for us, which you can see in our episode art. See more and buy prints at Tidlin, that's tidlin.com. Scotland is supported by Chris Lingwood and listeners like you on Patreon. Get involved and chuck us a couple of bucks at patreon.com/Scotland History Podcast. You can find out more about the show on our website, thisisscotland.co, and on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram by searching Scotland, Scottish History Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.